In this video, I'm presenting a comparison of 3 AI image generation tools to create 3D models for your games. I've chosen 3 freely accessible tools: Grok from XAI, Flux in its Dev version, and the well-known ChatGPT. I'm the developer of the RPG Dungeon Forge Legacy, currently in development, and I'm sharing my insights with you. I'll walk you through their strengths and weaknesses step by step. We'll see the concrete results of the generated images in terms of 3D models. Don't forget to subscribe to catch my other videos on AI and Unreal Engine tutorials. And a big thanks for the thumbs up, it helps with visibility as I'm just starting my channel. Let's begin by generating sword images to get familiar with the tools. Here's the exact same prompt I'll give to all 3 tools: image of a medieval sword for use in an RPG, plain black background. For these images to be easily usable for 3D model generation, a plain black or white background is ideal. After creating a free account on chatgpt.com, ChatGPT lets you generate images and keep a history. This history allows you to download the images you like most after generating several. Image generation with ChatGPT is slow. I'll show you the generation in fast forward. The image produced by ChatGPT perfectly matches the prompt. It's 1024 by 1536 in PNG format, so quite high quality, which impacts the 3D model's textures. From my experience, for a given prompt, ChatGPT tends to generate very similar images, lacking variety. Flux is usable without an account in its DV version, unlike its Pro version, and it's an open-source tool. With Flux, depending on the interface, you can tweak parameters like image resolution and the number of generation steps. More steps mean a more detailed image. For this comparison, I'm keeping the default settings, which work great, and the generated image will be 1024 by 1024. Flux generates a single image but is much faster than ChatGPT, though the speed depends on server load at the time. This makes it great for quickly generating multiple examples without waiting. The generated image follows the prompt and is perfectly usable for 3D model creation. Like ChatGPT, you just need a free account on Grok.com or X.com to use Grok and access the history. Grok generates 2 images simultaneously and even faster than Flux. This allows for quick adjustments, especially with 2 images at once. The images are 1024 by 768 in JPG format, so slightly lower quality than ChatGPT. The sword isn't displayed flat like in ChatGPT, as Grok generates more cinematic images with a lit black background. This isn't an issue for 3D conversion. The images offer great diversity, even with the same prompt. However, there's a problem: in neither of the 2 images is the sword fully visible. Let's try again, specifying in the prompt, the sword must be fully visible to allow generating a 3D asset from the image. Unfortunately, while one of the 2 swords is fully visible, the other isn't. Since Grok offers an image editing tool, let's try using it to see if it can generate the missing part of the sword. Prompt: I want to see the entire sword. It must not extend beyond the image. The editing tool doesn't meet this request. It only changes the background of the second image, making it much lighter, without touching the sword. I'll dive deeper into image editing with these 3 tools later in the video. Now, let's test a more detailed prompt and show the 3D models generated from the images. The prompt is: image of a medieval sword with gemstone ornaments on the handle and a shiny metal blade for use in an RPG. Plain black background. I'm not specifying a style, but you could request a specific one, like retro or cartoon. Grok generated these 2 images. Note that both swords are fully visible without extra instructions, but one doesn't follow the prompt, as it lacks gemstones. Here's the first result from each tool side by side. All 3 generations are perfectly usable for 3D model creation. Let's look at each image and its 3D model side by side. First, ChatGPT. For 3D model generation, I use the AI tool Tripo. Next, Flux Dev. Check out my comparison videos on AI tools for 3D asset generation, links are in the description. Finally, Grok. What do you think? Which of these 3 tools do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Next, we'll generate a completely different object and try editing the generated image. Don't forget to subscribe to catch my upcoming videos. And a quick thumbs up to support the channel. Here's the new prompt we'll test: image of a slightly open medieval style wooden chest with a basic steel lock. Plain black background. Here's the first result from each tool side by side. Once again, all 3 generations are perfectly usable for 3D model creation. But before generating the models, I'll request adjustments with this prompt. The wood of the chest must be light gray. For Grok, the request is perfectly understood. For ChatGPT, the entire chest, including the lock, turns gray. Flux, on the other hand, doesn't support this type of modification. Let's try a more complex request: the chest's lid must be made of metal. For Grok, it tries but the result is unconvincing, mixing metal and wood. For ChatGPT, I couldn't reload the original image to attempt the modification. Material changes sometimes work, but they're still imperfect, though improving. Like with the sword, let's look at each image and its 3D model side by side. For Grok, the lid's shape is unique but acceptable. For ChatGPT, the lid wasn't generated correctly, likely due to the image being too dark. Note that the 3D rendering style varies depending on the image generator used, due to texture differences. It's best to stick with one generator for consistent assets. If you enjoyed this comparison, please leave a thumbs up. More videos on AI and Unreal Engine tutorials are coming. Subscribe if you like my content. With these tools, you can generate all sorts of objects, helping you prototype your game quickly or even use them in the final version, as these tools are improving rapidly. Thank you all for your support. Starting a YouTube channel from scratch in 2025 isn't easy. See you soon in the next video.